Hello friends, welcome back to Virtual Sunday School. We only have 1 week left until Vacation Bible School. If you didn't know, our church VBS will be next week from 9 a.m. to noon, starting on June 28th and going until that Friday, July 2nd. During VBS, we are going to learn about compassion and also what the Bible says about compassion. We're going to learn how we can take those lessons and use them in the world today. So we're going to warm up and shake off our limbs and warm up our brain. And we're going to get our hearts ready to learn about compassion. To start, we're going to look at a Bible story that might seem kind of silly. A Bible story? Silly? Is that even possible? Well, there's actually something really important about the Bible that I want you to remember. It's really important to know that while we're reading the Bible, our everyday life does not look the same as the life of people who we're learning about from our story who lived back then. This Bible story is over 2,000 years old. And you know, a lot has changed in the world in 2,000 years. The way we live our lives now is different from the way people lived their lives in the story we're going to learn about today. There are some similarities to our story today and the people who lived back then to our lives now, but there are also going to be some differences. So, instead of focusing on how different or how similar the story may be, what we can do instead is look for the lesson to be learned. Look for the lesson that the story is trying to tell us. So as I tell the story, I want you to be listening for the lesson to be learned from our story, even if some of the parts seem silly. So come, let's use our imaginations to tell the story. Our story today is from the Old Testament, from the book of Leviticus. The people of Israel journeyed through the vast wilderness, the desert, for many, many years. Finally, they arrived at Mount Sinai where everyone rested. God gave instructions to their leader Moses for their life together in this new land.
In this new land, we will practice the Sabbath together. Sabbath means day of rest. The Sabbath will happen not only on the 7th day, but on the 7th year.
Moses explained to the people what God had said. For 6 years, we will do our regular work and plant seeds. We'll prune and grow and harvest its fruits for 6 years. We'll take care of the land. We'll give it seeds and water and sunshine and see what grows. And we do this for 6 years. But in the 7th year, we will let the land rest and we will not plant any seeds. Even the land needs peace and quiet. And even though the land will be resting, it may still grow food on its own. Everyone will be able to harvest and eat whatever the land gives us in that 7th year. And God also told Moses something else.
Now, once you have done this for 50 years, that's right, 50, we will celebrate Jubilee together. Jubilee will be like the Sabbath every 7 years where the land will rest. It will be a fresh start for the whole community. The land and the people and everyone will go to their own homes and be together in joy. It is a holy time. All will be fed and nourished by whatever the land gives.
After Moses heard what God had said, he realized it was time to respond with justice by giving fresh starts. This means being fair and honest to one another, taking care of those who are sick, alone, older than us, or people who need help. Moses and his people said, "We will welcome people who are from different countries. They will be just like family. We will work for people's freedom. We will work together to help everyone rest and rejoice in God. We will rejoice in God's abundance." God made a promise to Moses that God would bless the land during the 7th year so they would not need to work the land but would still be fed. God also promised that we would be fed and nourished from the land's gifts. Wasn't that an interesting story? We don't really take off an entire year every 7 years to rest. I don't know if we'd be able to do that from work and school and all that we have going on. And we also don't do it every 50 years either. The way our world works today, it's not really something we can do. So, what was the lesson? I think that God wanted people to rest, because working hard is important, and so is resting. It's hard to work well with others, especially if you're feeling tired or hungry. It's also hard to do good for the world if you're not rested. When we rest, we give ourselves time to recharge and have a fresh start. A fresh start, just like the people from our story. I'm curious, what's your favorite way to rest? My favorite way to rest is sitting outside and watching the nature all around me, the birds flying, the squirrels playing in the trees, and just sitting and enjoying God's creation. Miss Erin is going to share with you some ideas that she and her family rest. She's going to show us some ways that you and I can practice resting. That way we can be better for the world.
Good morning, everybody. I am outside today because I want to talk about rest. Now, there are some weeks that feel so busy. It seems like we get up in the morning and we're on the go all day long. Somebody's driving somebody here and there until we all get home way after dark and just collapse into bed. On these really busy days, it can kind of feel like even though I've spent time with everybody in my family, that I haven't really seen any of them. We get to the weekend tired, exhausted, and a little grumpy. But rest is important. Our bodies are designed to get rest. I always feel better after a good night's sleep. Taking a little time for myself, being outside. One of my very favorite ways to get rest with my family is eating a meal outside. When we're in the house, dinner seems the same, or if we're eating in the car if we're really busy. Dinner seems the same, we're eating the same food, we chit-chat about our day. It's fine, but it's just dinner. But the nights that we decide to have dinner outside, or breakfast or lunch, just seem like they're more fun. We talk a little more, we hang around the table a little longer after we finish eating, and very frequently, my very favorite part of eating outside is that before and after the meal, we usually play outside. We might pick up a ball and throw a ball around, play a game of kickball real quick. And what I'm doing outside today is putting together a ladder toss game that I intend to play with my family tonight after dinner. So, if you are having very busy days this summer, take a little time to rest with your family. See if you can find a time that would work for you guys to have a meal outside. See if you can find a game that you would like to play together. And enjoy that time with each other and see how you feel at the end of it. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.